Welcome back to The Build Show. I'm Travis Brungart. Today, I want to talk to you about something that you may not be thinking much about. Protecting your mini splits. When we deal with outdoor units on HVAC, we really have a couple of things working against us. Obviously, they're designed to be outdoors. You're going to have all the weather, the rain, the snow, the hot, the cold. That's part of what they work on, right? Converting that outdoor energy into indoor heat or indoor cooling. But if you don't put a little something on top here to protect them, you're making them susceptible to the snow and ice that could slide off of the standing seam roof above. And this is a little bit of a story that I feel like I should unpack. We're at the Prairie Sun and Timber Series project, but this is the barn. We built the barn before we built the house. And here at the barn, this was my first self-performed entirely heat pump install. And so I was very meticulous in reading the instructions from Mitsubishi. I really wanted to be certain that we didn't have any problems. And so I observed the minimum distance between the two units. I mounted them in accordance with their recommendations. And then after posting about it, I got a little bit of correction from industry professionals that I really respect that would say, hey, you can't mount those that way. That's not gonna work. You're gonna have this unit de-icing, and when it does, all that melt off is gonna go onto the secondary unit. You're gonna freeze it up and cause some real problems. You're gonna shorten the life of those two units. So what I ended up doing was asking those people, what do you do? And they say, oh, we build little roofs. Mike Maines has a great roof design in the presentation that he gave once, I think it was, that just shows a small roof to protect this unit, another one for that. But I don't want to start building on, like this is a completed project. And I happened to see online, I think it was on Instagram, a post from this company, Hanger Outdoor. And this is what they call the snow cap. And it's basically designed exactly for this application, where we have a roof overhead and we want to protect this unit from the runoff that is certainly going to happen with additional weather conditions. So I reached out to them. I was like, is this appropriate for the application? He goes, yes. I said, can I use it in this location where we're the two units together? And he, absolutely. Protecting one actually gives some secondary protection to the other one. Ordered them, got them installed. We actually had our newest crew member install it. I was working on the electrical trenching over here. And I was like, you do this, you ask me if you have questions. So we had Ian install these and it just went really, really easily. And I see this as a real asset for builders like me or mechanical contractors that don't want to have to solve structural and roof issues because we're trying to do mechanical work. This is a great value add. You can tack this onto your sail to protect your client's equipment and really protect you, because you don't want to come out and do service here. It's 100 degrees out. I'd rather be sitting in a cafe drinking an iced coffee, not worried about replacing equipment. So this was a great solution to protect these two units, but we have a different condition at our Prairie Sun and Timber Series house. Let me show you how that worked out. So that brings us to the house, which is where we required a different solution because we have different conditions. What's up, Braden? How are you, man?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Great. Thank you for coming to hot Kansas City to help us with our other solution. This is different than the barn because on the barn we have a very small area of roof that's draining into that area. We have 3 roofs that drain to this one area, and then we have a ground gutter condition, no overhead gutter. So these are going to see a lot more action. And so after you hooked us up on the snow caps with that solution, I said, what do we do about this? And you came up with this. Explain your product.
Yeah, so this is a decorative and protective cover for mini split style condenser units. And we actually have a new prototype under here. This is our snow stand extension. It is adjustable height, just as all these snow stands from companies like Quick Sling, they all go from anywhere from 8 to 12, 14 inches high. So we've designed this that one product can slide up.
I want to interrupt you to just ask you a few questions about this, because this is very straightforward. When you see it, you go, well, yeah, obviously, but no one else was doing it, right? Like, how did you come up with this?
Yeah.
Where did this start?
So this was a COVID project.
Oh, nice.
I was sitting out on my patio, and we have a little compressor out there, and didn't like how it looked. Went on Amazon, couldn't find anything, and fortunately, I have a background in design and some fabrication, and so I was able to design these units, prototype them, and then now we're manufacturing and bringing them in and selling them on our website, selling them to contractors, and we even have a pro line.